Santiago, beautiful city where we are for the 7th Regional Committee meeting of Latin America and Caribbean region.
Thank you very much, Director General, and to my fellow Caribbean brothers from Belize and Kitts Nevis, and to you, thank you, and to the media, and to the beautiful people of Chile, Santiago de Chile. I give you thank you for your warm welcome and hospitality.
Thank you very much, DG. For our part, one of the challenges we are facing is the fact that we import a lot of our energy.
Right, so thank you very much. I want to thank the ISA, of course, for having us here in the beautiful city of Santiago.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you in Chile. At ISA, we are committed to moving from ambition to action and becoming implementation partners for making your countries a better place. Santiago, beautiful city where we are for the 7th Regional Committee meeting of Latin America and Caribbean region. We have 26 member countries and we are delighted. We have energy ministers from Belize, St. Kitts Nevis, Trinidad Tobago, and the ambassador of Chile in India. So we're just going to have a quick question right in the beautiful, you can see the snow-capped mountains and the solar house here. Let's start with Belize. Minister, welcome. You have a very important agenda for energy security, and International Solar Alliance can play a big part. Tell us briefly, what are your plans for managing the energy transition of Belize?
Thank you very much, DG. For our part, one of the challenges we are facing is the fact that we import a lot of our energy. And so what we're trying to do is to look domestically in terms of renewable generation, but looking forward into the future and in terms of our energy security. So currently our focus is on solar. As a matter of fact, the Prime Minister has just established a new committee, and the committee is for us to develop a master plan in the next 90 days, but to look at the multi-mix, but at the least cost, so that the consumers can actually satisfy their consumption needs without having to increase their budget. How can ISA help us? In terms of capacity building, the fact that we're here, collaboration will definitely help us. Sharing of knowledge is something that is very, very important. And of course, if you can help with capacity building, the best know-how rather than inventing the wheel. And the fact that we can partner not only with the Caribbean, but Latin America, that will truly benefit what we're doing.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Minister, what would you say are the challenges for St. Kitts and Nevis? Because the small island states have a unique problem of a very high diesel import, and ISA is trying to create a SIDS platform. What would be your strategy?
Right, so thank you very much. I want to thank the ISA, of course, for having us here in the beautiful city of Santiago, here in Chile. And you identified it correctly that we have a major challenge where the overwhelming majority of our electricity is still generated from the importation of fossil fuels. Our government and the administration has decided that that must change. And we have set about on what we call a sustainable island state agenda, which has 7 key pillars. And the central pillar that fuels all the other pillars in our estimation is the pillar of energy security. And that is going to be based on a renewable energy mix. Nevis, for instance, has a wealth of geothermal resources, and we still have amazing sunlight. Plus, of course, the potential of wind. And so we're looking at what is our renewable energy mix going to look like so that we can take advantage of the geothermal resource we have, but also of the tremendous amount of solar radiation that we have as well. And so we are presently in the process of completing a transaction advisory process that hopefully will bring a solar battery energy storage facility that could be from 30 to 40% of our energy needs on the island of St. Kitts as we build out the geothermal in Nevis. So we are active in our pursuit of relinquishing our dependence on fossil fuel, especially in the uncertainties we have now with respect to fossil fuel, and also in our thrust to become energy independent, because it's possible, it's not a pipe dream. And partnering with ISA, with your experience and the level of resources that you have at your disposal, we believe that this will be continue to be a very fruitful partnership in establishing us to realize our renewable energy goals.
Thank you so much, Minister. ISA is committed to the SIDS platform. Mr. Kasib of Trinidad and Tobago, how can we help you in your energy transition needs through ISA's SIDS platform, capacity building? What are you in terms of your priorities, if you can briefly mention?
Thank you very much, Director General, and to my fellow Caribbean brothers from Belize and Kitts Nevis, and to you, Ambassador. Thank you, and to the media, and to the beautiful people of Chile, Santiago de Chile. I bid you thank you for your warm welcome and hospitality. In Trinidad and Tobago, we have a history. Our history is over 100 years old in the oil and gas industry. And it is indeed a great political task to have us now maneuver away from, to reduce our carbon footprint. And I must say though, under the guidance of our Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa SC, and the very Minister himself, Dr. Leroy Almendarez, Minister of Energy, and together with our partners, we have been able, in the last couple of weeks actually, to bring online a 92 megawatt solar farm in a place in the central region of Trinidad known as Brecon Castle, Hoover. Brecon Castle used to be a sugar plantation many years ago. And what that has done with the partners BP, Shell, and our national gas company, NGC, with the Ministry of Energy being the sponsor, like the champion, it has given, after 7 years, it has proven that with good partnership and good willpower, both political and economic, getting to renewable energy, it's possible. What we need now are several things. The first thing, we need to get the buy-in of all stakeholders, the public, energy companies, the unions, and the very average man and woman on the ground. There's this big talking point in the world of just transition and also just fair transition. We must be able to have our population, Trinidad and Tobago and by extension the Caribbean, see that renewable energy can foster or develop maybe 10 times as more green jobs. But for us now, it's more philosophical. We have to move it from philosophy to reality, so that the issue of capacity building, strengthening the whole international trust and translating what is happening internationally right to the average man on the ground, so that the average citizen can understand how critically important it is to move from fossil fuel to renewable energy. That is our challenge at this point in time. I imagine it might be the challenge for almost all small and developing states. However, we have the commitment of our government. It is our desire to retake our position as the energy capital of the Caribbean. And to do that, there must be a delicate balance. As we move from fossil fuel into renewables, we cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater. I like to be very real when speaking about renewables. Renewables take time, Honorable Director General. It takes time. And while we are transitioning, we must be able to bring to our people something that is an intermediary level that will satisfy the need for jobs, it will satisfy the need for energy, and it will also help to encourage that transition. That's where we are at, and we look forward to the ISA assisting us in getting to that point where nationally it is accepted because it is understood, because a knowledgeable population is a population that will be able to make a better, more informed decision. If we try to do it in silos, as many things happen in the Caribbean sometimes, we could get unnecessary pushback. And as a result, we have to take our time to get there, but it must be done in a collective manner so that our people understand that this is not just something about talking, but it's something that is needed for our survival as we go forward. Yes? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Wonderful. We are delighted in ISA to help Belize reach the 200 megawatt target, St. Kitts 35 megawatts, 92 megawatts, and build your own capacity for having your own just energy transition that give hopes to the young people. Ambassador Juan, thank you so much for your hospitality on behalf of all of us. It's wonderful to be here. How would Chile like to get the outcomes of the RCM?
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you in Chile. Very cold, this cold winter we have had. But yes, we are very much looking forward to work our continued collaboration with ISA. We know that different countries have different expectations, different needs, different limitations, different perspectives. And in Chile, we are hoping that we will have a big, have some collaboration with ISA in terms of capacity building or technicians to be formed or trained for in particular projects that could be useful for Chile. We have been developing a lot of photovoltaic. You can see here an example of one truck just in the middle of the park, based on solar energy. And it is not very sunny today, but it still is working. And we are trying to adapt any kind of this kind of small project to everyday life. As the ministers have just said, solar energy is very needed for people, and it's a source of energy and reliable energy for the use of everyday life, and that is important. ISA has a role to play in that, in bringing the capacity, because sun is from everywhere. Every country has sun, but from sun to the real, this kind of real utilities is a long way. Countries need capacity building. Countries need help in developing this kind of projects. And in the case of Chile, you mentioned that we are working very much in the green hydrogen, which is something that is developing very much in Chile. And we have just launched a couple of years ago a national policy on green hydrogen. And I think with ISA we could develop a joint work, and we are looking forward on that kind of collaboration with you. And of course, we would like very much to contribute also to disseminate synergies with the International Solar Alliance, to contribute to disseminate collaboration with countries in our region.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. Thank you, all of the ministers. At ISA, we are committed to moving from ambition to action and becoming implementation partners for making your countries a better place. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.